Hello, I created this channel to document my journey to becoming a backend dev. And maybe in the future, I'll look back on this and see what I did, or other people in similar situations might find this helpful. This is a day zero video where I want to talk about my background, what my goals are, and how to get there. And from day one, I'll be creating a daily stand-up type video. So what I did the previous day, what I want to do that day, my week, my plan for the week, type deal. So yeah, my current situation, I'm a Canadian living near Toronto. I didn't go to school for comp sci. I did finance and statistics instead. But towards the end of my school, I ended up focusing more on trying to become a programmer. So I had a couple co-op positions, so internship, where I was a business analyst, but I used coding to, solve problems, which was my leeway into the tech world. And right now, I have about 4 years of experience as data analyst and front-end dev. So it's not completely unrelated, but to backend. But yeah, my first job was a data analyst in a business team where I was the only programmer, and I used R to do data analysis, visualizations, web applications. But because I was the only programmer, I didn't really grow too much, and I ended up leaving there after 2 years to join my current job now, where I've been here for about 2 years. As front-end dev, I still use R, but I also code in Node and Python. So I use PermStack, Postgres Express, React, Node, and Python. Just a little bit here and there for general purpose programming. But nowadays, I'm starting to realize I want to get into backend because with front end, I'm not doing anything new. I'm not learning anything new, and I'm just kind of doing the same things over and over again. So yeah, I think backend will help me see the bigger picture behind what I do, and it's a completely new world for me. So I'm really excited to learn what's out there. So I've been preparing kind of casually. So last year I got a computer networking certification, CompTIA Network Plus, to kind of understand, what happens when you send an email, what an OSI layer is, type deal, and just kind of been, picking up random stuff here and there about backend development. So I've recently been applying to jobs for about 2 months. I had one interview where I failed at the final round, the coding test. So before this interview, I never really studied data structures and algorithm properly. I ended up solving the problem with Python, but it really showed that Python is not my main language. The feedback I got from them was, you're a great communicator, you can talk about API architecture and all that stuff, but we're looking for someone with more Python experience. So since then, I really started focusing on learning data structures and algorithm so I can avoid making that same mistake for my next interview. So yeah, that's a little bit about my background, and my goal is, I don't really have a specific end goal in mind, but I do have a short-term goal of managing traffic and infrastructure in whatever language. Node or Python is probably my best bet. So yeah, I want to have that high traffic experience before I really get to find out what I like to do and what I want to do in my career. The only thing I don't want to do is becoming the only dev. Working at a startup sounds nice, so because I can do whatever is necessary and get hands-on experience in a lot of things. But I want to create that sense of community to see what other people are doing and see how other people are taking their career and such. So yeah, that'll be my only like preference in a team. Technical breadth. I don't know if being a architect is my end goal, but I want to get that technical breadth so I can understand everything that's going on around me. Maybe not necessarily an expert, but just generally be able to understand everything. In this part, because of my 4 or 5 years experience, I probably companies probably won't hire me as an entry position. So I'll probably have to compete against other intermediate developers, and I'm looking to make about $120,000 in Canadian. Now, how to get there? This is the part I'm not entirely sure about, and I'll be updating this as I go. But right now my focus is data structures and algorithm. Just doing lead code problems, understanding those concepts to be able to just confidently say I'm good at Python and not bomb my next interview. And here are some of the texts that I want to learn. Pretty much every job description I see has some kind of a Kubernetes mention in there. I know how to do Docker containers, but I've never really managed a Kubernetes cluster, so that's something I want to get better at and put on my resume. CI/CD, I also see this in a lot of the job descriptions. I have little experience, but I'm not an expert in it, so I would like to get better and be more confident in it. Same thing with cloud. I have experience with AWS, Azure, but not an expert in it. And this is an interesting one, data engineering. Whenever I see jobs on LinkedIn, I see software engineer, backend, like API developer type deal. I see cloud developers, so doing DevOps-y stuff, and I see data engineering. And data engineers are usually associated with like AI, ML type work, so providing a pipeline to make some kind of AI product work, and they ask a different stack, right, than like Node, all that kind of stuff. So learning Spark and things like this will broaden my options, because right now I just apply to the software engineering jobs, but maybe if I knew how to do a little data engineering, it'll open up my opportunities. So yeah, I think I covered everything. Yeah, I'm hoping to do this semi-regularly, maybe not daily, but yeah. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.